right, how we doing here? Cool. Um, hey, thanks for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit today. Just real quick, I wanted to pop in and I was having a conversation with a consulting client. And for those of you who don't know what I do with, other than run SaaS growth hacks and talk to a lot of founders, um, I work with SaaS founders and companies who want to be positioned as the market leader in their industry, who have a really good product, whose competitors are outselling them, who feel like they should be the market leader but aren't. Help them become the market leader in their industry. Help them create a positioning that separates them from everyone else. Automate their sales and marketing, and filling their funnel with high quality, top, their best leads possible. And so when I'm working with founders, one of the I was talking with one. We had our first kickoff meeting last week, and kickoff meetings are always fun because we get to the first thing that we do is we help identify their dream customer, and so they can target more of their ideal customers instead of bringing in customers that are not a good fit for them. So after we figure that out, what what we do is we help position them as the market leader. And one of the ways to position yourself as the market leader, well, before I do that, let me ask you a question. Do you honestly believe in your heart of hearts that you have the best product, the best solution out there for the problem that you're solving? I want to know in the chat. This is live. Okay. If it's not live, I'll come back to it and comment on it. But I want to know, do you really have the best product out there? Um, are you the best at solving the problem that you solve? And if you could put in just the chat, like what is the URL of your SaaS product and what is the problem that you're solving? Because if you truly believe that you're the best at what you do, it is your job, your responsibility to help educate your customers on why you are the best option. And there's a lot of misinformation about how to do that. You hear a lot of times positioning yourself as the expert, having being the authority figure. And Russell Brunson talks a lot about this, as you have to have a hero in the story. And I don't do that a lot with SaaS clients. I find that most SaaS companies don't want to put themselves as the hero of their story. They want to put the product as the hero, and they don't want to be front and center. Which, I mean, I don't blame you. Doing this kind of thing is hard. I plan a lot for these videos, and I think a lot about what content I'm going to put out, and it's really difficult to maintain an image. If you're a SaaS company, you just want to sell your product and kind of be behind the scenes, then the best way to position yourself as the market leader, one of the best ways, is to educate your customers on how to buy what you're trying to sell. Okay? Here's a good example. Most people buying your software, they want to make the best decision possible for them. They want to pick the best tool and they want to get the best price. That doesn't always mean they want the cheapest price, but they want the tool that's going to be a good fit for them, that's going to get them the results that they want, and they don't want to feel like they're getting swindled. Okay? And so most customers, when they're in the market for the product that you're selling, they don't know how to buy what you're trying to sell. Okay? A good example would be if you're redoing your kitchen, and you are trying to pick a flooring or cabinets for your kitchen, and there's 100 different options. Most likely, if you're not a contractor or working with wood, you don't know what option of wood is best. Like pine and oak might be really, really good for cold weather, but if you get pine, and if you lived in the desert, that might cause a lot of moisture in the cabinets and would make your food go rotten. I'm just making this stuff up because I have no idea. If you're a contractor, please correct me in the comments. But the truth is, you don't know what to buy. Okay, and so when you're going out to buy cabinets, you rely on someone else who's an expert to show you what to do. Here's the thing about SaaS products is there is no expert on SaaS products out there for your industry who's going to say, hey, we'll help you build, here's the right product for you, right? There's no one out there saying, here's how to buy a CRM. Here's the things that you need to look for when you're buying a CRM. Here are the things you need to look for when you're buying an HR management tool or a guard management software. Like there's no expert in the industry. There's no contractor who you can talk to do that. And so, but it's so necessary because if they don't know how to buy what you're trying to sell, the only thing that they'll use to measure your tool against everything else is the only thing they can see and they can measure, which is what? What is the only thing, the thing that they always go to, your customers always go to, what page do they always go to first to kind of get an idea for how you compare with your competitors? Do you have an idea what it is? It's usually the pricing page. Because price is the only thing that's different between most of your competitors. They all are saying the same thing. They're all promising the same promise. And so really what it comes down to is which one is the cheapest, right? So here are the questions that you need to answer in your marketing before your customers even become a customer and during the sales process to help them see that you are the obvious and best choice. Okay, I'm going to give you a list of questions that you should be asking. Okay, and you can answer these questions in your you can answer them in your Facebook ads. You can answer them in your email marketing, in your marketing content, in your onboarding campaigns, pretty much anything. Okay, first, what are the secrets of your industry or your product that your customers need to be aware of? What are the secrets that they're not aware of that you can show them? What are the things they should look out for when buying your product? What do they think is true about your product but is not true? What are the common myths about your product that you can debunk? And what are the secrets that you wish that they knew? So if you and I were working together, what I would do is I would get on Zoom, I would ask you these questions, and we'd make a list of each one of those questions. And then we'd answer all of them. Each one of those answers now becomes a piece of content. It becomes an ad, an email topic, pretty much anything that you can think of that you can push out in your marketing to be positioned as the expert in what it is that you're selling. Now, here's what's happened. Here's what's really cool for those of you that are still with me. Once your customer knows how to buy what you're trying to sell, they themselves become an expert in buying your product. And if you're the one that has established that buying criteria, then ideally, your product is the only one that can match that buying criteria. Okay? A good example is I was working with a client, ClickDin. I hope he doesn't mind me saying this. Frank with ClickDin. He has a tool that allows you to do LinkedIn marketing. Okay, and automate your LinkedIn. There's a lot of misinformation around LinkedIn marketing. There's a lot of bad tools out there. What he was saying was, one of the things he said was if you get a Chrome plugin, and I didn't know this, but if you get a Chrome plugin and it runs from your, what happens is it there's something about the Chrome plugin that doesn't mimic a human 100%. And so what happens is LinkedIn will catch that and they'll determine that's a bot and shut your account down. So what his tool does is he has an actual program that actually mimics a human. It works during your working hours. It doesn't work on Saturday or Sunday. It doesn't work anytime after 5. You can set the limits. It takes breaks. And so after explaining that to me, not having any idea of how to buy a LinkedIn automation tool, my buying criteria is now here where before it was down here, right? And so his product is expensive, but now that I know that I can avoid getting my account being shut down on LinkedIn, that's worth a lot of money to me to still have my account up, right? Mm-hmm. So anyways, answer those questions and this is so easy. 12 different emails you can send out. This is one email you can send out to after somebody gets a demo with you and say, hey, here's what I told this client. said, hey, what you need to do is after you have a demo, you send them an email that says, hey, we know it's hard choosing a tool like this. We know there's a lot of options. We found that the more we can educate you on how to find the right tool for you, the better decision you'll make. So here are some tips on how to make sure that you're choosing the best blank for your industry or to solve your problem, and then answer all those questions in an email. Man, talk about like good content. That is some really good content, and you can break those up over time, and you can put them in Facebook ads as retargeting. Again, I want to put the questions in the comments. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste them in there so you can answer them. And then what I'd love for you to do is create one email about one of these myths or a secret or a mistake that they're making, and educate your customers on how to buy what you sell so you can become the market expert. What I would love for you is for you to have, when somebody thinks of the problem that you're trying to solve, they think of you because you position yourself as the expert. Cool? All right, got to run. It was fun hanging out with you. We will see you later.